I like that Brave shirt back there. I noticed that. That's pretty awesome. But you know, I just wanted to start off the day by saying, I'm not that great with words, so y'all bear with me if something happens. I was kidding Dad not too long ago that, I said I could be in front of a crowd of thousands and thousands on a baseball field and feel right at home. But being in front of a crowd like this, it still makes me nervous each time I stand in front of y'all. So y'all just bear with me. But first and foremost, I guess I'd like to thank on behalf of Southside Baptist Paul Wooten for calling me and asked me to do this. I guess it was back in September you asked me or so, but it's been a while, and he's given me a lot of time to think on it. And not only is it I want to do it for y'all, but it helps me in my everyday walk with God, my Christian faith, and it helps me to, keep on keeping on. So I just want to thank you for letting me be here today. So, I have a few people I want to thank before all this gets started, and, I may tear up, but I want y'all to know there's a lot of people that's been influential in my life, and very, very they've always been there for me. And I want to start by saying, a tragedy struck our lives, my family here, about a week ago, or this Tuesday, and this past Tuesday, and my grandmother died, and she was a great person. She passed away, but, it makes it that much easier to know that she's in heaven now, because I know she was a great Christian lady, and I really enjoyed to, get to know her. She's a very compassionate woman, and I got Leon here today, my pop, and I know it hurts him too, but, we love her, and she's in a better place, Pop. And I want to appreciate you being here for me and to be here for me, Pop. I love you too. But she was a great lady, and I just want y'all to know that Brother Paul called me about 2-3 days ago and said, when are we going to reschedule? I know it's such a tragedy in your life. When do you want to start again? So I told him, I said, she wouldn't want me to be, her name was Mary Ruth Albright, and she won't want me to be any other place than here right now in front of y'all today. So I wanted to honor her today and let y'all know that. But I want to start too by my dad back in the back. I really love him, and he's tearing up right now, but you meant a lot to me in my life, Dad. I want to let you know that. His name's Brian Stovall. He's the Public Works Director for the City of Gaston, but, I'm a very competitive person, and I'm just a determined person, got that will to win, and I know if anybody I got it from, it was that man right there, and I just want to thank you for that, Dad. And next person I want to thank is my mom, Holly Stovall. She's here today, and I didn't think she was going to be able to make it because she was sick throwing up this morning, but I want to thank you for being here, and I know if there's anybody that taught me to be compassionate about others, and just, I know she learned it from her mom, Mary Ruth, but she's a great lady, and she's such a nice person. She's always humming, singing, just always having a good time, so I want to thank you for giving me that, Mom. And the next person I want to thank is my brother back there, Brian Stovall. He's probably the best big brother any little brother could ask for, and I want y'all to know that he's been influential in my life, but, he's always been there for me, and I can always count on him through anything, so I just want to thank you, too. And my sister, Katie Stovall, she's not here with us today, but she had to go back to Auburn, and I just want to thank her she's probably helped me the most through just being tough in life. She's a very tough girl, and, I kid around, she could beat me up till I was about 15 years old. I don't like to tell people that, but she probably could. She probably could to this day, but I don't test her anymore, so I just want to let y'all know I really appreciate my family and everybody that's done stuff for me. And lastly, I want to thank my girlfriend, Christy Dawson, her dad, Andy. They're both here to support me today. Christy's been there with me through a bunch of tough times, and she's helped me grow in my faith in God, and I just want to thank you for that, Christy. And Andy's there to study the Bible with me every day, and he's really meant a lot to me. And I just want y'all to know that these people are influential and instrumental in my life, and I just want y'all to know that to start off. But I told y'all I would probably tear up. I didn't want to, but I guess that's how it's going to start off. But I just want y'all to know that all these people have meant, and I've got people I could thank throughout the world. I just want y'all to know there's a few close to my heart, and I want y'all to really know that. So I guess I'm going to, give my testimony here, and I don't know how else to start it than when I was about 3 years old. I guess that's the first time I can really recall anything, and it's the first time that I really started to play baseball. I started in a T-ball league in Dalton, Georgia, I believe, playing baseball. So, from the very beginning, I knew I was a different kid. I was always very compassionate about sports, and, I got a funny story I said I would tell, and it was I was playing first base in this T-ball league. This kid hits the ball, I run over, catch the ball, run back, tag first base. I was like, he's out, I'm ready, throw the ball back to the pitcher. And I'm just sitting there, and the guy runs up there and stands on the base, and I'm saying, hey, man, you're out. I just got you out. And the umpire comes in behind me and says, no, everybody gets to stay on the base in this league. Everybody's just, we're all just going to, it's all fun and games. And I was like, wait a minute, I just tagged this guy out. He's out. I'm not any part of that. So I throw my glove down and stomp off the field. I didn't understand the part of that. So I just wanted to win. No matter what it took, I wanted to win. So, I just, from the very beginning, I knew I was different from the other kids. And I guess the next thing in my life that really sticks out was when I was about 5 years old. And, with my family, we always traveled around the U.S. I mean, we traveled around everywhere. Dad and Mom like to take us everywhere and just let us see all the great things in life. And I know Dad always bugs me now. He kids me. He said, man, you used to ask 1,000 questions. That's all you did. Every time we was, hey, Dad, why is this? Hey, Dad, why is that? So I know I bugged you sometimes, but I'm sorry about that. But I remember this one question in particular that's changed my life today. And I told him when I was going down the road, I remember it vividly in my mind today that it was some hilly roads in Dalton, Georgia. I don't know where we was, but I asked Dad, I said, Dad, how do I get saved? How do I get God in my heart? Because I was always kind of a smarter kid, and I understood it. So I said, Dad, what is it that I have to do to have God in my life? And he said, well, it's easy, son. You just pray to God and ask Jesus into your heart. So we're going down the road right there, and Dad's helping me pray, and he tells me what to pray and to ask God in my heart. So I asked Jesus into my heart at 5 years old, and I confess him and myself that God is my God, and I wanted to let myself know that. But I still struggled with the part of learning to tell others about God. Even the day I told you it was hard for me to stand up here in front of y'all today, it's so hard at this age for me. I was such a shy kid. I mean, I couldn't even talk to at least my family members, much less anybody else. So I didn't understand how to go out and reach to others. So God's still working in my life at this time, but I got a verse. It's called, Romans 10:9, and y'all can turn to it if you want to, but I'll just read it from here. And it says that if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, you will be saved. So that's kind of like what happened in the car that day. I told Dad I knew God and I wanted to confess him and be saved, so I was saved. And around this time, I guess it was about 5 years old, we ended up moving here to Hokes Bluff, Alabama, where I still live today. And when we moved here, I was supposed to start in this T-ball league. And, I found out, Dad had told me, he said, yeah, you're supposed to start in this T-ball league, but he said, they don't keep score. So I don't know if that's a problem with you. And I said, well, I'm having no part of that. If they don't keep score, I want to win. So I told him straight up, I said, we're not playing there. I said, put me in the next league. So I ended up playing with the 7 and 8-year-old league, which was rookie ball, pitch machine. And I was 6 years old at the time. So from then on out, I always played an age group above me. So I think it helped me in the long run, but it was just something that I just enjoyed doing. So I did not want to not keep score because it was just so important to me to win. And that was something I struggled with, though, too, in the long run. But Dad told me, okay, we'll start in the league above that. So I did. And I'm playing baseball at this time. And not only that, I played basketball when I was 6 years old. I started in this YMCA league down here in Gadsden. And I really enjoyed basketball just as much. And, I'm a kid mom to this day of football. I tried to play football as much as I could. I told her and just kept begging her to let me play, and she wouldn't ever let me play. So I think she didn't give in, but at 3rd grade, I think Dad finally let me play. So till this day, she wouldn't have wanted me to, but I love to play football as well. So 3rd grade, I started to play football as well. So I'm playing all 3 sports growing up in my life. I loved it, and I took sports competitiveness to the next level. And not only in sports, I brought it in school too. I really wasn't as smart of a kid. I was a smart kid, but not, I wasn't the top. But just for me being able to compete against others, and I took it to that level in school. So I never made a B on my report card. Made straight A's growing up, and that's something that I'm proud of. But at the same time, it wasn't because I was such a smart kid. It was just because I wanted to compete against the others. So, I'm taking this competitiveness to the next level. And it wasn't until I was about 10 years old that I realized that I had a future in baseball. This is when I first started playing travel ball, and I know there's a member here, Caleb Thornton. He's here somewhere. I played with him. Where is he at? Is Caleb here? Oh, there you are. I know he's played with me a lot, and I started playing travel ball this time, and it was probably through this period, about 2-3 years, one of the best times of my life. I just got to meet some great kids, and they all